5 powerful steps to forgive anyone, even when it's hard. Step 1. Understand the value of forgiveness. Forgiveness, a simple word, yet so profoundly powerful. Imagine carrying the weight of anger, bitterness, and resentment for years. It drains your peace, joy, and energy. Forgiveness is the key to setting yourself free. It's not about forgetting or making excuses. It's about releasing yourself from the chains of the past. When you forgive, something beautiful happens. You begin to heal. You rise above the pain. Studies show that forgiveness lowers stress, heals wounds in the heart, and restores your soul. It might not be immediate, but each act of forgiveness lightens your burden. Forgiveness is a gift you give not only to others, but to yourself. Step 2. Acknowledge and accept the hurt. To forgive, you must first feel. You can't heal what you refuse to acknowledge. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel anger. Your pain is real and it's valid. Don't ignore it. Even Jesus, in his moments of grief, showed us that it's okay to be broken. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he wept, he agonized, he chose to forgive. When you acknowledge the pain, you give yourself the space to heal. This is your first step toward forgiveness. Step 3. Make the choice to forgive. Forgiveness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. It's something you choose every day. When you forgive, you choose peace over pain, freedom over bitterness, joy over sorrow. Forgiving doesn't mean condoning what was done. It's an act of strength. You rise above the hurt and choose to let go of the past. In doing so, you free not only the other person, but yourself. You release your heart from resentment and into the peace God has promised. Step 4. Finding forgiveness. A practical approach. How do you begin? Start with surrender. Pray, ask God to help you forgive, because in your own strength it may feel impossible. Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." His forgiveness wasn't based on their worthiness. It was based on his love and grace. You too must forgive, not because the person deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Journaling, praying, and releasing anger are key steps. And yes, you may need to speak to the person who hurt you, if it's safe. But sometimes, forgiveness is just between you and God. Step 5. Living with forgiveness. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. Each day, choose forgiveness. The more you forgive, the more you'll feel the chains of the past fall away. You'll no longer be defined by hurt or injustice, but by your strength and grace. Here's the amazing part. When you forgive, you rise. You stand tall. You walk with confidence, peace. And those who wronged you? They'll see it. Your enemies will witness the power of your forgiveness. They may even testify to your strength, resilience. Your forgiveness becomes a victory. Let's talk about Nelson Mandela. Example. Think of Nelson Mandela, 27 years in prison, 27 years lost with his family, his children growing up, his career, and his future. He was robbed of his freedom, and yet, when he emerged, he didn't choose revenge. He chose forgiveness. Mandela had lost so much, his wife, his children, and the joy of life. Yet, when he became president, he didn't seek revenge. He could have used his power to destroy those who wronged him. But revenge wouldn't restore the years he lost, nor the moments with his children. But forgiveness allowed him to rise. Forgiveness brought peace, and with that peace, he led his country to freedom. Mandela left us with this lesson. Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it will kill your enemies. You see, when you forgive, you don't become weak. You become stronger. You rise higher than those who hurt you. You stand tall in grace and peace. Your enemies will see it. They will know you are not broken. You are a force of grace, unshaken and free. Forgiveness doesn't just heal you, it humbles your enemies. They will see the power of your grace and strength. Forgive, And in your forgiveness, you will rise. You become a testimony to the power of God's love, mercy, and peace. Forgive, and experience the peace that only God can give. Stand tall, walk in grace, and let go of the chains that bind you. May God give you the strength to forgive, the peace to heal, and the courage to rise above all that has hurt you. Forgive, and watch how God turns your pain into